Hi everyone, welcome back to Intuitive Garden Tarot. My name is Nicole Merriman. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome to my channel. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please go to my website, intuitivegardentarot.org, and you may schedule your session there. I would love to do a personal reading for you and dive deep into whatever questions you have about your life, the world around us, the cosmos, galactic connections. There is no limit. So I did pre-shuffle an oracle card for the weekly energy, and what came up was ego illusions. And on the bottom in details, it says, don't believe thoughts, inner stories, befriend ego. So let's see what the rest of the reading has to play off of that, but that's an interesting start, right? So tuning into the energy for December 9th through the 15th, 2024. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands, Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Magician, Nine of Pentacles, Strength, and the Moon. Wow, beautiful energy, nice balance of major arcana to minor arcana. And I love that the Magician is at the center as the overall energy of this reading. So let's start off with how we are showing up. We're showing up this week as the Nine of Wands. And this is sometimes feeling a little spiritually burnt out. I call this my grounding card because I love how he has that lightness heart and that wand of energy going all the way down to what I see as the core of the earth. Sometimes it's the moon, but it's really balancing energy right now, as well as emotions. In the recent past, we've had a new beginning, Ace of Cups, beautiful new energy coming in. And if I recall correctly, there was a lot of transformational energy in last week's reading. So you might want to watch that again. But Ace of Cups is about renewal, love, again, new beginnings. And that's in the recent past. And we're also feeling kind of burnt out, this reading is saying, and needing to kind of make space and stay in between the dark and the light energy that may be inside you or around you. And I don't mean dark, dark. We all have our shadow side and our shadow characteristics. And that would be the darkness, the parts of us that are in our ego. That's literally where our shadows are held. So I like that the initial message was to say, don't believe your inner stories. That's something to think about this week. Because our egos aren't just about being boastful or vanity or wanting validation. Our ego can get in the way of recognizing our higher self and our spiritual energy and potential that resides in us. So if we reject that, we're not reaching our full potential. And that is something to kind of take a break from and watch how you're talking to yourself and what your, again, inner stories are, because those are just stories. If you think you're not good enough, things don't work out for you, you're never going to be successful or financially secure. Those are stories we tell ourselves, and those come from our egos. Our higher self sees greater potential, knows our true value and our greatest potential, and always loves us no matter what. So I think this is a little hint to just tap into that. And just as I was saying, the Queen of Cups is the energy that comes next. She's very much about her emotions, about being loving to herself and others. She is very nurturing and a mother figure. There's a big moon in that cup. Again, the big, big cup behind her. There's a moon what feels to me like rising out of that. So again, um, moon, moon, and we end with the moon card as one of the clarifiers or advice cards. So to me, that's again saying really being aware of our emotions and observing our emotions from that higher perspective. We don't want to get caught up in needing to define what we're feeling as a projection of other people around us, making us feel out of balance or taking on their energy. That's something to really be aware of this week. And again, with the magician in the center, this is a powerful manifestation energy. The magician really has every tool he needs, or she, and can pull in from the cosmos what I would call photonic light particles that are not yet manifested but are willing to become whatever you focus on. So being really aware of staying grounded with your intentions and your focus. And I love that the outcome or near future, end of the week, going into the next week, is Nine of Pentacles. This is a beautiful, solid energy of independence, sovereignty, strength in your ability to take care of yourself, and joy and success within yourself. This is not about relating to others. The Nine of Pentacles is really an independent, strongly independent card. And it's further pronounced with this Strength card. Look at that beautiful energy of this woman holding that snake like it's no problem while taming a lion. And again, there's the moon up above her head. The artwork in this card is very specific in that way, and that it's kind of nighttime and has that moon energy that doesn't always show up in other decks with the Strength card. So further clarified by the moon card. This is again about really staying in balance between the shadows and the light. Notice how there is the black and white wolf as there is here on this card that we started with. So again, I'm really seeing that we have the potential to integrate and come together in the center of that shadow and light aspect of ourselves, of the collective energy, of what's going on in and around us. And balance, again, is very important. And the key to balance often for me is groundedness. So any practices you have, again, to ground your energy, to really stabilize where you are, can be very helpful this week. Some other messages around the moon card are that sometimes, see this little creature, this little crab or crustacean, this is about shining light on things that were lurking unseen. Stuff from the depths, deep waters, coming up to the surface to be seen and transmuted and released. So this might be a good week to shout into your pillow, scream into your pillow, go somewhere quiet in the woods or in your car where no one can hear you, and really just howl it out. I'm hearing this howling at the moon. Whatever just comes up or might have been stuck deep down below that might be rising right now, this is a good time to let that flow out so that we don't stay stuck in the heaviness. Because one meaning of this card is that he can be tired or burnt out. It's also known about overreacting. It's a reference to that kind of being stuck in your ego and taking things a little too hard. So really I'm feeling that recurring theme about staying out of illusions and finding clarity. There is a full moon coming up, so it might be a good time to tap into that energy. And there is strength in that, and healing as well. We can essentially have the opportunity this week to tame our inner beast, which is a good thing. We don't want to get rid of our inner beast. That energy is there to serve us and has its purpose. However, channeling it in the right direction, knowing how to use it and when to use it effectively so it doesn't just kind of wreak havoc in your relationships or in your life is important. And back to the Nine of Pentacles, it still might be suggesting to make sure that you have plenty of time to be alone this week, take care of yourself, and again, just stay rooted in your own space and your own energy. So let's finish up with a message from the garden. This can help us tie it all together. Vitality, protection, emotion. There you have it. It's reiterating what I just said. Vitality is what's missing in this card. He's, like I said, he's burnt out. He's just been through a lot, and he needs a break, and he needs to regroup and recenter himself. So, and I love how there's a snake here, just like on the Strength card, the woman holding the snake. Vitality being fig. Good time to eat some figs or some fig jam. And protection, onion. So protect your space, protect your health, protect your energy. Use it wisely. Don't forget it's okay to say no to friends or family if it's really a good time for you to take care of yourself and you're just feeling like, I don't have it in me. Give yourself permission to just be in your own space and take care of yourself a little bit. And emotion is pretty self-explanatory, cucumber, and again, there's the moon. So this might be a very emotional week. And that being said, this energy is going to go wherever we focus. So back to the Magician, really being clear on what it is that you desire, what it is that makes you feel well and balanced, and what it is that you want to manifest in this now moment as well as in the near and extended future. By clearing deep emotional blocks and releasing, purging what might need to come out, what might be stuck and blocking us, like I said, we have much more manifestation potential. When we hold on and suppress and put aside our feelings or numb ourselves to our feelings because we think, hey, I've got this, I'm over this, I'm good, it's just rolling off my shoulder. That's not always true. Sometimes, again, that's an illusion. That's something our ego tells us. But by allowing ourselves to have a more intimate relationship with some of those deeper, darker feelings, we have the chance, again, to transform them into something beautiful. There's always a strength and a power in anger, even sadness. It can really teach us things. It can protect us sometimes. It's a force of energy that can be utilized to create whatever we want. But when it's stuck in us, in our bodies, in our energy fields, it inhibits that manifestation potential very much. So there you have it, my friends. This is feeling like it might be a bumpy week, and it might be a good time to slow down and check in with yourself as best you can. And on that same note, if you would like to book a personal reading with me and look into personal advice for you around whatever you're dealing with or struggling with or wanting more clarity on, please go to intuitivegardentarot.org and book a session with me, and I'd be happy to dive deep into anything that you want to explore. Have a good week, everyone.